Hey there everybody. I'm going to do a little review on my 2018 CRF250L. I bought this bike back in November and I put about almost 500 miles on since then, and here in Rochester, New York. And I've had a few bikes before this dual sport. I've had actually another CRF250L 2015, and kind of got discouraged. I didn't know where any trails were, and I was kind of getting really bored with it. And then I sold it, and then I actually had a Hawk 252. Put that together, got it for $1,000 online. It was actually a pretty decent bike for what it was. And then got rid of that, so I bought a four-wheeler for my son, and then he had the itch to get back into the enduro again, and so I bought this. And I've had a lot of highs and lows on what to expect from this bike. Online you read a lot of reviews, a lot of YouTube reviews also about how this bike has no nuts, and you know, the bike is weak on the suspension, and you know, a lot of cons people come up with, and you know, they compare them to the you know, the KTMs and Husqvarnas and all them, and what I've come to realize is that this bike is a true 50-50 dual sport bike. What I mean by that is on-road and off-road. It's good at both, but not great at both. And once you come to the realization, then that's what the bike is meant to be, and that's what it is, then I think you can come to an understanding and appreciate what it is. So far what I've done to it is I've added a flatlands skid plate to protect the engine. I've also put some double take mirrors on there. Totally worth it. I broke one of the mirrors off when I dumped it. I put a ram mount on there for the phone. Obviously I got the Zeta handguards. Totally worth it. And then I also put a K&N air filter on there, which I like the K&N. It adds quite a bit of pep to it. Opens up the airbox a little bit. All I did was take the snorkel out. I didn't drill the holes, and I don't really see the need for that. You know, just take the snorkel out. The hole's plenty big. But if that's one thing you do to the bike, definitely take the snorkel out. It'll open up the bike. Also, I've tried different sprockets on it. I tried the 1340, and then I tried the 1342, and then I did the 1442. That's what's on there now, and I've come to like the 1442 combination. Oh, it's windy out here. So I believe that's right in the middle of where you want to be, because the 1342, it was great off-road, but once you get on the highway, the revs are way higher than I would like anyways. Not redlining it, but just higher than I would like. So the 13's pretty good too, but the 42 in the back and the 14 up front is kind of right in the middle where I mean. It gives it a little grunt in the second gear for the trails, and on the highway it's great, so you can go, you know, 80 miles an hour, no problem. And but you know, I'm relatively new to the dual sport stuff still. Off-road, I'm kind of a sucky off-road rider right now, but I'm getting more comfortable with the bike, and I think I've come to really enjoy this bike. Now, I guess if I had to do it over again, I might have taken a look at the DRZ 400 or the WR250 from Yamaha, but the price for this thing is just right. It's a great price, and you can do a lot of mods to it. I'd like to get the spring for the back from Race Tech, and they got a spring for the front too, and try that out. I'm not going to go all $1,000 for suspension on this bike. At that point, I think I'd just buy a different bike. But if I can make it better than what it was, then I will have achieved, you know, just my goal of making it a decent off-road bike. I will say the stock tires on this bike really suck, and I can't wait for these things to wear down so we can get some new ones. But I've come to appreciate this bike for what it is, and it's great on road, and it's pretty good off road too. If you if you know how to ride. You know, a lot of this is the rider, not necessarily the bike. But I really like it. I mean, you know, maybe 5 years from now, I'll maybe get a bigger one or something, or who knows. But I do like it. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also got this Mad Dog seat cover today. We're trying that out and see if it makes it a little more comfortable for the longer rides. And I did also add this rear rack. Got that off of Amazon. It's a really nice rack. I think you can fit a roto packs on it too. Would I recommend this bike? Yeah, I would recommend this bike for anybody who just wants to hit the trails and, you know, not do some crazy motocross stuff, but you can hit trails and do all the gnarly, funky stuff with it, but you're not going to be jumping like a motocross bike with this thing, you know? It's meant for what it is. It's for hitting trails, going on road to the trails. That's what it's for. And as long as you use it for that, you'll like it. You won't like it if you want to motocross with it. I believe, yeah, definitely change the gearing of this bike. 1440, that's what it comes with. It's no good. Get rid of that. It's like, once you get in 6th gear, it's got no grunt, and if you hit a head of wind, it can't keep up. But once you put that 42 in the back, it's great. It just gives it that little grunt, extra grunt it needs. And but it's a Honda. It's extra reliable. You can't beat Honda. They're just awesome bikes. You know, the service interval is insane on this thing. But if you have any questions, just leave a comment in the section. Thanks.